Hi everyone, welcome back to Firefly for the last time. Today is the fan film made by fans of Firefly called Browncoat Redemption. I'm Big Frost. I hope you're having a great day. I'm really sad this is going to be the last time I record Firefly, even though I'm going to edit a lot of it in the coming future. Um, but it's officially over, and I can't believe that. It's been like what? I started this in like November, maybe even October. I don't remember. But it was a long time ago, and I can't believe we're already here. I'm a little bit sad. So thank you so much to everyone who's followed me through this journey. I think I've said it these past videos because I want to make sure that everyone gets the message. If you don't watch every single video after the movie or after the series ends, basically. So thank you so much for everyone who followed through with me for this. I'm super happy. I'm very grateful about what you guys gave me as support and just as love for the community, and made me love the show really a lot more. I love talking to you guys about it. I love reading comments. I love talking about it on Discord. It was just great. So thank you so much to everyone. Like I said, today is a fan film made by fans. I don't actually know who. It was like it was approved by Joss Whedon that they do this. It's supposed to happen 4 months after the movie or something like this. Oops, I hit my mic really hard, didn't I? Based 4 months after the end of the journey of the movie. It has high quality for a fan movie, and also it's not written by professional writers, so keep that in mind. But I think it's still going to be great, and it's just a fun way to kind of set off the universe. So yeah, I hope you guys are hyped. I am hyped. Even though I'm a bit sad that this is the end of the road for the team of Firefly and Serenity. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who followed me throughout this series. And next series I'm gonna watch is Fringe. So if you're interested in that, don't be afraid to leave that like button and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, so let's get started with Browncoat's Redemption.
Here's how it is. These days, folks are talking of a small little speck of a world once thought gone that has popped back onto everyone's radar, throwing all color of egg on the face of the Great Alliance. You see, them that thought themselves great and powerful tried to play God with the people of that small speck of nowhere, and ended up creating all mess of abominations of unspeakable design. The Alliance, angry at getting caught with their pants around their knees, struck back with their politics. People on the edge struck back with something mightier, knowledge that they were right all along. Now the Alliance, as each day passes since Miranda, is making every effort to make the sky an unsuitable place to work for those like me and mine. Me? I'm Laura Matthews. I captain a fine transport ship called Redemption. Scarab class, if you please. Got ourselves a great crew. A medic, fighter, bona fide businessman, and our two young geniuses that act as our mechanic and engineer. I'm proud to call them family. Got a job? Provided it don't put me and mine in much harm's way? You got yourself a crew.
Oh, they did kind of the intro. That's cool. Is it a firefly? I don't know.
You're not gonna play that.
I played the boy a time or two, and there's a reason I don't take up in this game.
Hey, is that? No, it is, Cap. No. Strategic defense move invented in the 1500s. If these two pieces have not moved previously in the game, then they're allowed to switch places simultaneously. I simply used what Lux. He's made a couple of reckless moves in the past couple of turns, so I simply used what you overlooked against you for checkmate.
Even I'm smart enough not to play gray in a game or two. I'm just hoping you guys didn't put any money on it.
The lady who just walked in. Look at him, all fanciful and sanity-like. Real gentleman at your place.
So how'd things go?
Shiny. Not better than they could have. Kane was even impressed that we were an hour early.
Could use a win for once. And the profits?
Kane says he'll have another run like this for us in a month or so. After this stock ends out.
Not Beagles again. Thanks.
Hi, Jack.
Hey, honey, when you're done with Pretty McBritches over there, come over and see a real man.
Look in the camera.
Hey, Captain, can we do that the last type of job for a while?
Something go wrong with the Beagles?
No, not at all. It's just they got these smallish droppings and all, and the cargo base can smell like baby beagle pee for a week. Oh, can we have cows?
I hear they're larger like and they don't move much.
Yeah, not so much mess to clean up, plus not so much yipping.
I'll take it into consideration. Now take your drink and have a seat with the boys. We have big people talk to do.
That was a voiceover, I think.
Ooh, hey, can I get some coin for a compression coil for redemption?
You couldn't have gone to mention this before I threw money at Gray.
Captain, how much fun would that have been?
Every ounce of change comes back.
Absolutely, Captain.
It won't.
Brett! God damn it. Come on, got some shopping to do! Woo!
That boy's not right.
Who on this crew is?
Fair enough. I, contacted Feldman on the way in. He's got a job for us to pick up if we're interested.
Is it level?
Hey, girly!
He, wouldn't say. Work's been scarce, Laura. It's been almost a month since Kane contacted us about this run.
Is her name
I can't
Alara?
afford any heat from the big and mighty. I'd lose that ship.
We are dangerously close to not affording heat on the ship. If it weren't for our dynamic duo of geniuses, we'd be enjoying a nice cold death in the black.
Thanks for the abundant lesson in humility. But if I smell 1 hour...
I know the deal, Laura. You get the
Laura.
last word if we take the job. The meeting's at 2, place around the way.
Slimy hotte piu.
Why do you let him get to you so? That man lives to get under your skin.
He has a way of knowing the right path for that.
Ooh.
I'm sure we get a bonus if you really let him get under your skin.
No.
Whoa, talking at you.
As you can see, I'm talking at him. I want you to apologize to my friend here.
All right. I'm sorry, sir. Let your collar off.
Steady on, fellas.
Hey now, y'all better put your pieces away, or I have this place crawling with feds and a monkey's heartbeat.
Calm off, sunshine, or I'll shove your arm so far up your pigu, you'll swear you could tickle your little black heart.
All right. Stop twisting my goram arm. Put them away, boys. Don't want to get tossed before I can pay my tab.
The classic henchman.
Sorry about the potential tussle.
I wasn't much worried about your crew. Just decks. Throw them out 100 times, they come back 101. Oh, hey, you gonna see the dedication? That why you in town?
I hate you.
Whoa, hey.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
You have to excuse my friend here. She's a little bit of a sore loser.
Well, you best be taking your leave. My boy served the Great Alliance, fought proud. My boy died a hero back on Hera.
I'm sorry to hear that. Folks should know the loss of their kin before their time.
You're welcome back anytime. Just leave them coats someplace else.
Come on, Captain.
It is my privilege to introduce and welcome the Minister of Parliament for Osiris, the great and honorable Darius Turner. Please hold your questions until the end.
Will terraforming continue on Outer Rim?
What is the Alliance position on Order 66?
The Alliance withholding a cure for Bowden's malady.
Can you tell me your thoughts on Fox's error in judgment?
Isn't it true that the Alliance will be trying to tame the Reavers and use them in war?
Any comments on the disappearance of the hero of Canton?
Please, please, that's not why.
The hero of Canton! It's Jane!
My dear friends, on this day, 3 months ago, a light was shown on a long, long forgotten nightmare. This nightmare has been a reality that results in the loss of many lives on the edge of this great universe. There is no family under the watchful eye of the Great Alliance that should be forced to endure such a loss. And I assure you, my dear friends, that we are working towards clearing the skies and the space between, so that no other family will be burdened with the worry of a potential lost loved one.
Loves a bunch of bull. It was just like,
The hundreds of families on the Outer Rim that lost their families
Please.
to that.
Well, I have never lost a family member to the creations of Miranda. I do know what it's like to lose a daughter, and never even be given the simple solace of seeing her face one last time. 8 years and 3 months ago, almost to this day,
was
I
like
received word that my daughter Michelle,
Trinity?
who while serving the Great Alliance during the darkest days of the Unification War,
Yeah.
was lost to me and given to the blackness of space.
He was like, "Sir, what about Miranda?" And he was like, "You know what? What about not Miranda?"
I refuse to try and compare my loss to those who have lost their loved ones to the monsters of Miranda.
But you
know
just
my
did.
heart carries a sadness that could run parallel to their own.
Oh, okay, I guess.
We teach our children, it is written, that neither fire nor wind, nor birth nor death can erase our good deeds.
No.
It is with those teachings in mind that we dedicate this,
What?
the Miranda Memorial Garden, in the hopes that
I was
beauty
wondering why they
will
were
be
in
given
the
chance
park.
to grow from the shadows
I mean,
of our
apart from
darkest
the film
memories.
location.
Thank you.
You seem to think I'm a bloody idiot. Here we are, right in the middle of Alliance territory, and you schedule our clandestine meeting of thievery in a public place.
You pick the time and place.
Feldman, you're the only one getting all touchy here. I'm betting it's to show that you still had respectable-like clients.
Respectable. Well, you remind your employee that my dealings are with you, not her. Laura. I kid.
You kid
The
so
deal is
much.
solid, and you make out better in the end.
Solid. Every time problems appear with one of your capers, we end up on the drift without coin.
That's not going to be the case this time around, me lovely bird.
Why are we even dealing with this Fefe people?
You're coming on because my second went and got himself and his caught during a routine Alliance inspection. Look, do you want to hear more about the job? Or since jobs are so plentiful for you all, should I find some other flying piece of Lussa that would gladly carry my cargo at half the cost?
That won't be necessary. Give us the details.
Well, beyond what's there, you meet my man at the place and carry the cargo the rest of the way to Boris.
And the cargo is?
None of your concern. Provided you don't get unhealthily curious and look at it.
Well, now I want to look at it.
Not look. That's what has us sitting here. So, can we take those thoughts off the table, shall we?
Fair enough. The offer is solid, and with a suitable pilot, you'll be free of any run-ins with the Great Alliance.
We have a pilot.
Well, true enough. But let's pretend this deal is contingent on you taking one on.
And I'm sure you have just the pilot for this particular task.
That I do. That I do. One of the few pilots I recommend to most all my respectable clientele. I can assure you you'll avoid any run-ins with the Alliance, and your Zalka say if a ship will show up early.
Why'd you get mad? I didn't.
And there'll be a fee for such a referral.
Isn't there always?
You don't have a pilot?
Fine. But if we are stopped, or if your pilot deviates course in any way that causes us to be late, then no fee for the referral.
Fair enough. I'll make arrangements for you all to meet.
I feel like she's the captain, but he talks the whole thing.
Meet this guy at Ezra, pick up the bits of cargo, and leave the handoff tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't realize they're all here.
Ezra, you do realize who circles that rock, don't you?
Yeah, that I do. I mean, we're not taking the job, just means we'll be extra careful.
The pilot will meet you in Fish's Pub around 1700 hours.
Do we get a name, or should we just hold a sign?
Pete Chen. Believe you me, at Fish's, Pete will stand out.
What?
Pleasure, as usual.
She's like, I ain't shaking your hand.
We really need them there?
Better be safe than sorry.
I'm impressed you were able to use Michelle to gain support for your little monument.
That was put in by my soon-to-be former speechwriter. I was not aware it was there until I read it aloud.
Of course you
You seem
weren't.
to handle hearing your dead wife brought up in public for the first time in 8 years very well.
She's been 8 years gone, sir. We both moved on from that.
That we have. Speaking of moving on, your kids, Stevens, how are they? I understand you and Mary just had another child.
Thank you for taking time to notice. We've been blessed with more than one this time around. Twins, actually.
Sir,
Yes.
can I have your autograph?
No, I have
Doing
your
well in your study?
autograph.
Yes, sir.
Good lad. Now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, I called you down because the Alliance needs your assistance.
I do what I can for the good of the Alliance.
The Alliance is aware of that. Miranda coming to light, we've seen more and more unrest from the Fringe. There have been rumblings that some independent supporters here in the Corps have become more public with their view on a change of faculty within the Alliance.
The Alliance has always done a great job of turning Miranda into a faux anti-Alliance propaganda piece. What's changed?
The worst is, that probably could have happened. That, because of course, this has Joss Whedon's approval for them to make it, but it's not necessarily, following the timeline that he wanted. So, the fact that the Alliance would be no, defend themselves and just try to secretly put out rebellions makes sense to me, at least. I feel like that could have actually happened, but we'll never know.
Here, the Alliance miscalculated the public's ability to investigate the Pax gas. At the time, no one thought to bury the studies on it, along with Miranda. The mention of it in that signal has fueled the fire of those who still feel that unification was not the right course of action.
Nothing's changed. The core plan is still hold, but we've always known the Outer Rim to be an issue.
True. But we cannot take action against their outrage without giving the appearance of trying to cover something else up. The already non-faithful, we look even more incompetent and untrustworthy.
That is true.
Coupled with learning that an operative has gone rogue, it has been brought to my attention that the crew of that insipid Zhao ship has been the Alliance's hold on more than 2 occasions before Miranda.
Uh-oh.
Each time, they were let go.
Pardon me, sir, but I'm unclear to how I fit into all this.
Thaddeus, I need you to find one of any number of the bottom-dwelling ships, like the crew that has made a mockery of the Alliance, and make an example of them. For the continued success of the Alliance, we need to reinstill fear back into the hearts and heads of every bottom-feeding smuggler and ne'er-do-well who thinks the Alliance has been weakened by Miranda.
I understand. Please assure the Parliament that I will...
This cannot be done in any way that will tie back to the Alliance. If we're to spread that we are using these type of tactics to regain our hold, we will lose whatever grip we had to begin with.
Literally. Like, hi.
This must have all the appearances of being
Let's
done
prove
for
what
and
you've
by
been
the
spearing.
Alliance. But if anything happens that would sully the already damaged reputation of this fine body of government,
I'm tired.
then the Alliance will publicly and privately detach itself from the event and the individuals involved. But success, on the other hand, would see promotions to the highest ranks possible.
That
Even
is
a seat
motivation.
Is by military advisors obtainable. Donlun Ma?
Crystal, sir. I know of one of the local lowlifes who's...
I cannot know. Just do your part to erase Miranda from the minds of the simple. The Alliance can only be involved once success is achieved.
The only thing is you have a witness behind your back, so it's like, secret badge?
One slip, one misstep occurs, and everything you've gained to this point will be stripped away.
Where were you?
Before you go, you'll stop by my office. There are some documents concerning a certain set of siblings that the Alliance cannot seem to be done with, that need to be delivered to a Mr. Early who is waiting on them.
Wait, siblings? Like the...
If I had my doubts about that, you'll now have been chosen. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lieutenant Colonel,
I would usually say River and Simon, but obviously they're
very
not
pressing
here.
engagement with a young companion.
Oh.
Take the minister's documents to his...
Sir, I'm scheduled to take your wife. Yes, sir.
Take your wife.
Our arrangements, Flora. My job as ambassador is to get the jobs, and then you do.
What did Tiana? You make me sound like a Goram companion when you talk like that.
Companions schedule their own work. Besides, I'm well aware that it's your ship. But more than half these pieces of
Is it? You've been talking the whole time.
To deal professionally with one without ogling them first. You both know, in this verse, women have to work twice as hard to stay ahead in this business.
Didn't know they would be addressing that.
Hard. Is that the cannon I hear?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Just need 4 of the house regulars.
I'll be full of. Man, what is Lex Luger doing in my hole in the wall bar? The last time I saw you was your bout with Carrie, nice guy Pearson on Persephone. Oh man, that ended in a draw, didn't it?
That's right. And that's 3 drinks.
Yes. Yes, sir. You did ask for 4. Man, so I heard you haven't stepped 1 foot in a squared circle in 7 or so years? Man, that can't be right.
About that long. Lost the taste for it and don't feel like much reminiscing, so. What do I eat for the drinks?
Oh, hell. I got this poster from your fight with Pearson. You signed this for me?
I was wondering what that poster was.
Feldman's nothing if not reliable to his word. Might be laced with enough greed to make a shepherd blush, but it's true enough.
The 2 genius siblings?
Captain, I got the compression cable for the stabilizers that we needed.
That'll hold us a bit. I don't want to make a habit of stopping on every rotten planet just because Bobbles and Bits seem to find their way to break in just as we near a nice place to board.
Captain, I'm hurt. Are you saying that I would intentionally hurt old Raimi just so I can get a vacation away from the black?
That's what we're saying.
Give it to me straight.
Statistically speaking, the part should hold us for some time, as long as we are not scheduled to carry any heavy loads in the future, in the next few cycles.
How about in a few hours?
The part is for a Capizin 38 model stabilizer, but has been known to be the most reliable when introduced into other machinery. I have every confidence that with Jack, that there is no need to replace the part for some time.
Thank you, Gray. Jack, you make that fit, you make it work. It don't, it's coming out of your share of the next job.
Yes, Captain.
And so's the cost of the part to replace it. Enjoy the round. Any issues? You were there for a bit.
No, Laura, no issues. Actually, the drinks are on the house due to my former celebrity.
Former what? Hey, how'd you guys get drinks so fast? What?
Shucks. Let's just say being self-reliant goes a long way.
Can I help you folks find anything?
Finally. We'll take 4 more of what they're having. I'll take the owner's special, and my friends here will have anything with little frou-frou drinks and a side of a sense of humor. And I'll take your Cortex digits.
Sense of humor. How original.
I thought so.
Sarcasm, kiddo. Keep up. Before plat even.
I thought that she said kiddo because he looks
There you go.
older than her.
Ain't you gonna count it?
No need. You look too simple to be that stupid. Be right back with those drinks.
So what do we know about this pilot? Can we trust him?
Pilot? What?
For the job.
Oh.
As I said, Feldman's always been good on his word. Besides, he's too concerned about getting my parents' bad side.
It's a bit funny to me how you've no trouble leveraging their standing when it suits. But you do your damnedest to stay as far from them as possible.
Don't get me started about what I find funny. Anyway, this guy, Pete Chen, is supposed to be one of the best. A bit young, but apparently can handle any boat he gets his hands on. Feldman goes on about how some guy named Badger is constantly trying to steal this guy Pete away from him.
Screwdriver, will you?
Did you make a friend?
I don't know. She just gave me a drink.
Is she the pilot?
Can I help you? I think it's more about how I can help you.
Well, we got our drinks. What more could we possibly?
No. Whatever it is you're thinking, no. But you I can help.
Do they allow that sort of thing here?
I understand you're looking for a pilot.
I understand now. You overheard how we were looking for a pilot.
No, I am your pilot.
It's sweet how you want to get off this rock, but we're already set to meet a guy who's been hired to take the job. So unless you're really some guy named
Pete Chen, that's me. It's really Petra Joe Chen, but Pete's a lot easier. That would make you Laura Matthews. Feldman said you'd be a bit of a pain in the ass, but...
Oh, look here, you little space harpy.
What, did I touch a nerve?
If you're the pilot we're getting
Damn,
saddled with,
you get
the
insulted
deal's off.
fast.
Me, I've got the same equipment as you do, lady, so if you can captain the ship, I just might be able to fly it. You need the job, and I need the work.
Just got a point, Captain.
Feldman said you'd be a mite touchy, but I'm more than capable enough to get you where you're going.
What do you know about ships from your peak?
You fly a ship called Redemption. It's a Scarab-class transport model, which was one of the few ships out of the China-Tech to be used by both the Alliance and the Independents during the war. It's got VTOL capability, a whisper thrust drive, it can push Atmo in under 60 seconds.
Oh, we got that down in 45.
Yeah.
What a gravity stabilizer.
Oh, gravity stabilizers.
stabilizers,
They've been
yeah.
calibrated to maintain a level horizon unless we take a direct hit from a rocket.
Show me how you did that.
Consistently useless.
To the tap.
Captain!
Get the Harpy on the ship. We're off this rock as soon as Redemption will let us.
Captain's a little bit annoying. Speed she gets insulted really fast.
Axe, what with the pushing?
Well, that was a swift kick in the reality.
Never get to finish my rotten drink.
I'd say welcome aboard, but that's the captain's call. It's not mine. So you coming or not?
Already regretting her
Hanging
decision.
His stories about your legendary incompetence.
Mr. Feldman, sir, you have a visitor.
I said I didn't want to be interrupted.
好，他现在微信来哦。
Well, I said I didn't want to. Lieutenant Colonel Stevens, what an honor it is for you to visit my humble establishment.
Honestly,
Who is he talking to?
you think you could hire someone to clean this place once in a while?
Well, I would love to have that lovely assistant of yours come in here and...
Did you seriously think I came here to discuss your inability to keep a clean office?
I assure you, Thaddeus...
Let's get something perfectly clear right now, shall we? The Alliance overlooks your little dealings only because when it suits you, you'd sell your own mother's liver to keep yourself out of prison.
Well, that could go for a good prize.
Here is where you shut up.
That could go for a good
If I
price.
wanted to put you away, you wouldn't have made it back here after your little meeting at the cafe today. Now look,
That was a perfectly innocent...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I give you the impression that your opinion even mattered?
You could have slammed on the table, you know. Would have been
I
more
didn't come here to play the cliche bad guy.
intimidating.
Frankly, the routine is tired, and I seem to have left my handlebar mustache at home with my other uniform.
Well, what exactly is it you want me to do?
Take a loss on your next shipment.
I'm already 2 cycles behind on the...
I want the information on the ship you just hired.
Shit. I just hired.
Feldman, I'm gonna make this incredibly easy for you. You're gonna give me what I want, and I'm gonna leave. Now, whether you're still breathing, in chains, or continuing to scrape a living off the bottom of my boot will rely completely on your next answer.
Well, you got what you wanted, and I'm at a kitten full of coin. Am I just going to have more problems with my ships being stopped? Or am I going to be some married chap's bow-by in a cell?
Feldman, you've effectively taken yourself off my radar for a long time with this one.
The nature of my multi-platform circuitry is based on overlaying the analog signals with the streamlight system that feeds the cortex.
Science for it flies well.
Your set is cool.
Gray, get your end prepped.
Yes, Captain.
Jack, get the engines ready. We need to be skyworthy 20 minutes ago.
Got it, Captain.
And you, Pete, isn't it?
Yeah, but Laura, look back in
Save it. You'll call me Captain until I tell you otherwise. We're short on time, so take a quick look. You'll get a proper tour once we're away. This is where we take our meals. Most nights, crew eats as a family, but you aren't required to. Now, Redemption's been modified by our 2 resident geniuses, but
If you say she's got it where it counts, I'm gonna laugh.
these are some of our rooms. This one's
She
yours
was.
here. You can drop off your stuff and get settled once we're up and about.
Ooh, nice.
Before I let you play with my baby, I want to get a few things perfectly clear. This is my home. The crew is my family. And I will sure as Gosa drop your skinny Pigu into the airlock and leave you to swim in the black before I let you undermine my authority.
I didn't undermine your authority.
Last thing. If I so much as hear you playing companion to any of my crew, you're done. Take that how you will.
Well,
This here is your
she's...
station. You've met Gray. He'll get you acclimated to all the modifications, so all that's left is for you to get us airborne, have us on our way.
Well, wait a second. Before I go getting all cozy flying your rig, I've got a few questions.
We don't have time for them to be asked right now. I'll answer
What do you
any
mean?
question you want once you do your job. But for now, get in that seat and get us airborne, or every second we're late is coming out of your pay.
She's... I'm sorry, but she's so...
All right, genius. What's new that I don't already know?
Well, I've been working with Redemption to try a voice automated ignition. Let's try it. Remy, are you online?
Redemption voice recognition system online.
Pretty cool.
Sovereign of all knowledge, my diodes reverently await your ever eloquent commands.
Indeed. That was a
Voice
little...
notification offline until further notification.
As you
Voice,
wish.
voice commands offline until further notification. Thank you.
As you wish, my sovereign. Don't keep me waiting.
That was
Don't
awkward.
keep me waiting, girl. Girl.
As you may already know, the Scarab class vessel was once used to transport troops in and out
Yeah,
of battles.
enough with the history lesson. They used it in the war, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the imperfection in the initial design was that they made the ignition sequence arduous, overly complicated. Since we have a need, sometimes, to make a quicker departure at the captain's request, I've modified the ignition sequence to as few steps as Remy will allow. I've also...
Remy? You've been calling the ship Remy, isn't it called Redemption?
Redemption is her full name, but as tradition dictates, whenever you have a care for someone or something, you give them a particular appellation that is unique to them.
Could have just said a nickname.
Appellation? It means the same as name, term, or designation. do read a book from time to time, don't you? Now with the ignition sequence...
Wait a minute, Redemption. I mean, Remy. You mean to tell me y'all call the buckets of bolts and diodes a her?
A word of advice. Do not let the captain hear you speak of redemption like that. Redemption is as much a part of this crew as anyone else on it. If you don't treat her with respect, she'll lock up on you when you'll need her too.
The ship or the captain?
Both.
Brainiac. I can do things with this ship that would make you wish...
Why are we still on this rock, Greg?
Oh, just, going through the modified ignition sequence, Captain.
It's never taken this long.
Oh, I know. It's just that it's been a while since I've had to train anyone on the ignition sequence, Captain. I assure you we'll be airborne before you reach the mess hall.
Are they that much in a hurry?
Man, is she always so severe?
When it's called for.
It seems like all the time.
By actually activating these 3 switches. The captain calls them our magic switches because they turn the exterior lights on.
What's the magic switches of Wash? He just he did that in an interview. He was like,
kind of a required sound if we need to be
I
flying.
don't mean the engines, Laura. I mean the way you treated the girl.
I think she looks like fun when she's like talking with her crew, but like as soon as it's someone else, she's like, "Don't you dare undermine my authority."
Look, now's as good a time as any, and the way you acted in the bar, I'm surprised you weren't expecting this sooner. Look, at the moment,
go
we
dude.
need her more than she needs us.
And her not hearing that is something I would consider a great kindness. Cam, I'm aware of what we do and don't need, but this is my ship, and the last thing I need is some doxy thinking she has leverage over us. Over me.
Laura! There's not a one of us here that would side with that Pete if the moment came. And you know that.
Trust issues.
Oh, hey, Captain, I was hoping that I could be sent right back to where I came from with all manners of important nothingness.
The silence proves your
Flying
point.
Jack, don't want to fall the sky, Jack.
That boy's a mess. The finer mechanic there's not. Look, the crew can fend for themselves if needed. Well, maybe not Gray.
As to life comes with a manual.
But the rest of us, we can make do on our own. Laura, what the crew doesn't need right now is for its captain to fall to pieces because she's worried about
Cam.
some arrogant little wisp of a girl getting the better of her.
I'm already all sorts of uncomfortable taking this job as it is. Add to that is the fact that I've got 5 mouths plus my own that require food. With the way the Alliance is cracking down at every turn, even doing honest jobs like we do, the day where I'm not going to be able to meet that requirement gets closer and closer.
Laura,
Seems like a theme.
you'll find a way.
Ex-Browncoats struggling with money.
You don't need some old codger like me.
But I guess
telling
it would be hard for them to get some money.
We are spacebound, Captain.
Thank you.
See you later, Sovereign. So we're on course for Ezra. Weird thing is, though, just before we took off, it looked as if someone was trying to get a landlock on the ship. It flickered for a second and disappeared.
Wonder why Gray didn't mention it.
He went on about incompetent docking facility and big words I didn't understand, but to make up the time, I put us on a course that'll get us there ahead of schedule.
Oh my god.
Don't mind if I put my...
Sorry.
Just set him inside the door. I want to get introductions out of the way.
Let me get back to chow.
All hands in the mess hall for chow.
Just thought I was kicked out of there. Right, on our way.
So, what's on the menu?
My favorite. Protein.
Protein. So many protein.
So you didn't tell me that you're trying to do the whole voice speaking thingy, and you forgot to change the prompt first?
Don't worry, dude, we did the same thing.
What? So did you meet Brett's new girlfriend?
Hey there, Greg.
The ship, yeah. This feels like a Danny Phantom, Vlad Plasmius with like Maddie and stuff.
What's helping old man out here with the pots?
Bolts. He said bolts.
For the solver.
I wonder how they're gonna do fight scenes.
Thank you. So Pete'll be with us to Ezra and onto the Three Hills, but I reckon it'd only be polite that she gets some knowledge on who she's working with.
Well, I'm Cameron, medic, psychiatrist.
And the oldest guy on this ship. I'm Jack, I'm the mechanic, and all around.
Pain in the ass.
Thank you, Lux.
Lux, nice to meet you, Pete.
So what do you do, Lux? Lux is, well, he's security. You've met Gray. Why do they call you Gray?
My last name.
You'll have to forgive Gray. He's not much of a conversationalist with non-digital beings.
Shane's always making fun. But I do talk when it is appropriate. Frequently, I just find that
He talks smarter than anyone else in the room.
Ooh. Okay,
That's
so what do you do?
Beck sets up the jobs we get.
I'm to blame for you being here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Man, not getting paid.
So how long have you been working for Feldman?
For Feldman? Oh, no. No, I saved his neck a while ago back on Whitefall, and he tried to move in on some old Coots territory. Let's just say he's been making sure I keep happy so nobody else hears about it.
Ah, that would make sense.
Always when I'm eating. I'll take this on the bridge. Garrett,
So you gonna pass that?
Because, you know,
down,
he
or
looked
gonna
like a businessman and she looks like a twink. Which isn't a bad thing. Link is a twink and we love him. But, you know.
Throwing it.
I'm not sure what I'm passing around here. It's what is that protein?
It's food.
It's protein.
I'm so about
it's
to
just
walk over there.
protein.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
like yesterday, it was protein. Like
You're
yesterday.
killing me. You're killing me.
Yesterday was protein, now it's just moldy
it's just
food.
that, like, we eat it and it makes our tummies full.
It's got outer rim planet
Jack.
colors.
Eat your bread.
Oh, it's all good.
Good.
It's good?
Really good.
You just had it yesterday.
The cook's at the table, you know.
This is edible. This is good.
I'd like to try.
This is
I never-
edible.
no, I never
That's
had it
the
before.
bare minimum.
You made good food today? So, got any stories about Feldman for us? Huh?
Yep. And they're all the kinds you're never gonna hear.
evening all. Bit funny to me how you all seem to get together and call right when I'm taking a meal.
Who are...
Where's Mackenzie?
I said he couldn't make it.
Something about his doctor.
And John Lee?
No word as of yet.
All right, enough with the pleasantries. Laura, I guess you know why we're calling.
That I do. I don't know is how you're gonna convince me to change my answer any different than the last time.
Captain Matthews, how can you stand by and ignore the people who were impacted by the atrocities created on Miranda? The supporters of the independents are rising up and showing their frustration by sacking Alliance cargo vessels and
Terroristic
generally...
tactics aren't going to win us any favors. They're only going to set us back. People are getting hurt and arrested because of this brutish form of resistance.
Brutish. After Hera, they locked us up in camps until they could figure out what to do with us. And every Go Ram U Day, I gotta be reminded of it as some jackass in a bar raises his glass.
If you ask me, enough hasn't been done. Those purple-bellied bastards need to pay. My rotten brother and his whole family were killed by Reavers. I lost a son to the war and a brother to the creation of the Alliance's failed
like
attempt to
12.
get us to submit.
Not one of you has given me reason enough to throw me and mine in harm's way. I'm not yet ready to go on offering up life and limb again. One war this lifetime was enough for me.
Matthews, every single one of us can appreciate that since you and Cameron were a part of Sturgis. I think if you gave us a bit of your time, though, we could constructively talk about what the right course of action is. Will you at least give us that much?
Captain, I need a pet for getting up.
Fine. We'll be touching down on Ezra in
just under half a day's time.
There you have it. There's a hole in the wall there called the Loon. Meet me there in a few hours and I'll hear you out. Until then.
Why couldn't they just talk about it now? I mean, of course she came in, but...
Bring him on screen.
Matthews, good to see you again. Could you put Banks on for me?
He's a little preoccupied at the moment, but I can pass on a message. We're on course and set to arrive earlier than anticipated.
Excellent, but that's not why I'm contacting you. It seems my man making the first leg of the trip caught himself inspected by some purple bellies. But not to worry, me little bird. He's running just a bit behind.
How far behind?
Just an hour, but it is enough time that I thought it warranted a courtesy call.
Wait, so he's warning them about that there's a guy coming after them? I didn't think he would tell him.
Fine. We'll see him then. Anything else?
Well, not unless you're interested in hearing an offer to come work for me as well as a new secretary I had in mind. Not exactly one that can type, mind you, but one that could...
Yeah, that's fair.
Feldman calls again, telling Banks and I are busy. That Banks gave you permission to accept any message he's got. Shiny?
But I thought this was your ship. Why isn't my Santa Banks?
My relationship with Feldman isn't much your concern right now. So, how long till we really hit Atmo?
About 3 hours. You said you weren't to be early. How'd you know?
Pete, you might just be crew after all. If you stop asking so many questions.
I mean, she just got on 5 minutes ago. What did you expect? I think they tried for a Mal vibe. And it sort of didn't work.
Proximity warning. Alert. Proximity warning. Please ensure the safety of...
What is he drawing?
Sorry about the slight adjustment, folks. We overshot our entry a bit to come off their radar.
Did you go check on your girlfriend before the captain gets to her?
Just 5 seconds, she's already calling her.
Statistically, that was smoother than most of the captain's landings.
Don't let her hear you say that.
She heard it.
What's so funny?
Oh, didn't.
Because I was just about to go check on the coupling panels. Now, we'll get right on that.
You can go.
Everything's right and proper, Captain. Jack's right. I should have given a bit of warning. Sergeant Gray said the ship was set to keep a level horizon unless we took a direct hit from a rocket.
Rockets in poor judgment tend to make the same amount of damage. When we touch down, give an all call to the cargo bay. Be there yourself. I'm going to get changed. Is our landing going to be like our entry?
Nope. Be a mite smoother. No crashing or nothing, I promise.
Me coming in here is becoming a frequent thing. Is that going to become standard if we keep you on board?
Oh, but Captain, I'm starting to enjoy our times together. Anywho, I've got a spot picked out for us far enough from town not be seen straight on.
Good.
Just wanted to get out of that dirty old rag and put on something pretty for me. I'll set us down soft as air.
Yeah, that silence was
We have a call.
Again?
Entering my space without asking is ill-advised, Captain Matthews.
Sorry about that.
They managed to bring him on? Oh my god. Like, obviously he's like home and just doing recorded lines, but that's so cool. Holy shit.
We have a new pilot who evidently hasn't heard about your reputation. Won't happen again, I assure you.
See that it doesn't. This pilot, she is aware of your reputation with me?
She's aware that we're in good standing. I will make sure she follows proper protocol the next time.
Well, see that she does. Or your reputation with me will suffer. And your crew along with it.
Understood. You owe me a shirt.
That's so cool.
I'm so much sold out for this.
I think she got the pilot, I don't remember her name, kind of forgot that they're sort of criminals.
Alright. Routine is as normal. For those of you new to it. Lux and Banks come with me. The rest of you get the joy of cleaning out my cargo bay to make room for Feldman's next shipment. Cameron, ship is yours till we return.
You know the drill, Laura. But you sure you don't want me with you? I got a bad feeling about this one.
Hate to agree with him on this one, but
No, plan is a good plan. Done us well enough for a few years worth of jobs. Besides, we're close enough in you can be called if something goes awry.
Something will go wrong. We just don't know what.
We're hoofing it, aren't we?
Uh-huh. Want Lux to carry you so you don't get those fancy dads all messy?
Wow, sarcasm is overwhelmingly surprising.
Gray, keep an eye on the skies for us. Don't want any problems from Feldman's man. His laugh alone is enough to make me more than a touch uncomfortable.
Which is why I think I should be with you.
No arguing. Already a bit prickly enough as it is. Changing up our routine would put me on defense enough that it would be noticeable to them that ain't met me. Everyone's got their job and their place. Get to it.
All right, you're the captain.
It's like there's not much to clean, so they might fool around a little bit more.
Some equipment help us keep this room.
She always just go out like that?
Laura's way to do it any different. She knows enough not to get herself into something she can't get herself out of.
Really? Does she?
On three, ready? 1, 2, up.
But you said you had a feeling.
Yeah, that I did, but when it comes to our missions, I trust her more than I trust my intuition.
Look, Laura, the girl isn't that bad. A bit rough around the edges, but she just needs a... Look, all I'm saying is give the girl a break. That's all.
It's Laura's way, Lux. Give enough gosa that you'll want to walk, but then never tell you that you're accepted. It's called hazing.
Hazing. I know what it's called, and I just don't think that it's necessary. She just may be...
She's just a kid. She needs to remember she doesn't know everything in the verse. Bring her down. Get her head out of the Atmo. She'll get called crew.
Laura, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but just give the girl a break. Let her know that she did a good job for once. And besides, I don't know anyone that could have gotten us here in the time that she did without being tagged by the Alliance.
That was some impressive navigation, Laura. You've got to
I think you did get tagged by the Alliance, but whatever.
I appreciate the input, boy.
It's just, I feel like she didn't speak at all, and they're like, but don't go too hard on her, and then she's like, don't undermine me, but she basically didn't say anything, so I'm kind of confused why everything is like, I don't know, I'm a bit confused.
We have a job to do. Can we get to thinking about that, or are you both willing to go without eating so the rest of us can?
Wait, no, but...
Good.
This looks like this set for like
Want you on the other side of the street looking all
when
manly.
Simon got taken by people with a river? That looks like that's it.
Thanks. Get your brain right and walk in there like the buyer you're hired to be.
And you?
Me? I get to be the bellflower.
Boy can't get through the story without nearly soiling himself. So we're at this place, the heart of.
Heart of the matter. Heart of the matter.
It don't matter much.
And this first married couple was there, and they were.
Boy, don't tell the story.
Then tell her story already.
So this couple's there, and the madam of the house, she gets each of them a dancing partner as they take their seats. You know, a boy to a girl, girl to a boy.
They look so uncomfortable having to watch each other have someone else dancing their parts on their on their partner while they were sitting on their hands. They were naked.
What?
Kind of figured that out. What does Lux have to do with any of this?
Lux pulls up a chair, sits right next to the couple, takes out a pad and pencil, and starts taking notes.
What?
Yeah.
About what?
To this day, he hasn't explained it, and we just decided we're gonna let it become the good campfire story that it's become.
Wait, so none of you have actually asked him flat out?
No. It doesn't take someone as smart as gray hair to figure out that asking a delicate question like that to a former boxer is pretty much giving you permission to unpretty you a bit.
So you got any other good stories in that noggin of yours?
Oh, I got tons, but much of which you're way too young to hear. But we've been proud to learn about our war stories, so why don't you tell us some of yours?
Yes. How did you become a pilot?
What, you mean to ask how a girl has the mental capacity to pilot a hunk of metal like this?
No.
No, I didn't mean to offend. I just was saying that I thought really wanted to, I wanted to...
Man, such an easy mark.
Yeah. At first I was like, but he didn't say anything.
As long as I can remember. I failed out in more classes than I care to admit, but my pop was working salvage jobs for Feldman.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
What?
Well, the girl's got a sense of humor you don't get unless you've been working with folks that dirty their hands for a living.
So, like I was saying, got to a point where Pop was losing more money to the folks he brought on than the jobs were actually worth. So as soon as I could see over the console, I was a second seat.
And how old were you?
That's cool.
You never ask a girl her age. All right, Pops. I spilled mine. How do you and the captain come to know each other?
Cam and the captain?
That was
Way back,
random.
don't you?
We actually put together.
Like, he just asked her when she learned. What?
During the Unification Wars. It was during the Battle of Sturgis. Oh, she wasn't but a pup then. Sturgis, the bloodiest of the battles.
At least in space it was. Oh, please, don't stop on my account. I love a good story.
Oh, shit. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Funny you should ask. Where's your captain, soldier?
It's off in town, I suppose, but then again, I'm not her keeper.
Where's your captain, son?
As he said, the captain is not here.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
I'm gonna make you an offer.
I want you to forget whatever preconceived notion you have about the Alliance and listen.
Speak your piece.
I don't want you, this ship, or this group you call a crew, but I want your captain. And if I get her back, well, you're free to take this flying death trap very far away with the Alliance's appreciation.
So you just want me and mine to lay down, give you what you want, just on your say-so?
Isn't that the way you independents work?
Cam.
Oh, your boy knows his place.
Yeah, it's been recently blessed with an overabundance of wit. Now, if the captain never turns up,
then you'll all spend an inconceivably long amount of time in an Alliance prison.
Pondering why you made such a stupid decision.
Prison.
Ship is landlocked. Your captain has 1 hour to contact me. Not that our next conversation won't be so pleasant.
Cam?
What?
What is it? Son of a bitch.
What is it?
Get your hand off my ass. Wasn't crystal clear. Yes?
Whoa there, slugger. Well, we certainly got the attention of the locals.
Walk.
What happened?
The hour late delivery crew still didn't show up after an hour. Laura got impatient and drunk got a little too fresh.
I had warned a brawl.
Feldman wouldn't respond to our waves, and then the drunk son
that's
of
how
a
they-
bitch wouldn't take no for an answer.
So
That's-
what's the plan now?
Get our
That's how they're
redemption,
not going
contact Feldman,
to
find out
do
what
a
in the
fight
shiny
scene.
blue hell happened.
You think Feldman gave us the toss?
I'm not sure, but I'm not happy.
It's gonna be a long day.
I thought he was reading a book, but I think he's reading the files.
Cam, I need you to get on the way.
No.
No.
Laura, what's going on here?
What's up, Cam?
I rarely know, but hey, where are you all playing at here?
Why don't you tell us, Fed?
Excuse me? Fed? You seem to want to get yourself all manner of unprettied with that tone of yours.
Cameron, why don't you drop the angst and the twang and the woo, look at me, I'm some big noble brown coat, and do the right thing?
We're gonna turn you over to Lieutenant Colonel Thaddeus Stevens.
No, you've got to be joking.
Laura? If we do, we're free to go. We can have redemption and go.
You know he'd never.
I do. That doesn't change the fact that
Figure's the first time I get off work for Feldman. He puts me with a Fed.
you lied to me, Laura.
I didn't lie.
But your father? I knew the rest, but
The rest? Wait.
Does that make you Alliance too? You run! Let me go!
Cameron. Cam, I'm sorry, but I didn't lie.
you didn't tell me the whole truth either.
Yeah, you're right.
She was Alliance?
Back with the crew.
I'm not part of your crazy Alliance-loving crew.
Part of my crew till I tell you otherwise. Get back with the crew.
Ganinya!
Laura! How long did we give you?
An hour.
Wait a sec. Let's just go back to the part where my captain is an ever-loving purple belly, okay?
Table it, Jack.
I'm tabled.
Give me enough time to contact him so there aren't Alliance crawling all over Redemption.
I'm confused. Also, I don't know why she's mad. You met like 5 seconds ago.
I was once a naive girl who thought the Alliance could do no wrong. I grew up the daughter of the Minister of Parliament and had all the privileges that came with it. I went to the finest Alliance military school my father could afford. At 19, I leveraged my schooling and joined the Alliance military as a junior officer. I also married the first guy I let into my bed. It's the up-and-coming soldier who promised me the world. You tell yourself funny things when you're young and in love. Your heart doesn't tell you that the beatings are your fault. Guys, I can't do it for you. And the Unification Wars hit and reality with it. Gets me assigned to his unit with a field promotion. To keep us together for marriage's sake, he says. What he means is so I can keep an eye on every move you make. We get assigned to Sturgis. Battle got bloody pretty quick. We lock on this transport ship, close to death as it was, and he sends me and a skeleton crew down to check it out and take prisoners. Underestimating the enemy as the Alliance was known to do, the doors open and 2 of the Alliance guards with me are taken down by 3 independents. They lose one from the remaining guard and another is wounded. I push my way in, shut the hatch door behind me. One left unwounded, a medic, says the wounded is his captain. She's close to the end. Shot busted an artery.
That's bad.
I take the only moment I'm given. I tell the medic of my story, take his captain's clothes and dresser and mine. He opens the airlock doors, tosses the former captain dressed in my Alliance uniform out, and I put a bullet in the brain of the last guard to show my level of commitment. Leaving 2 bodies in the airlock, we break away with enough force that we breach the hull of the Alliance cruiser. Doesn't give us much time. But I'm free.
That's cool. Because from what we've seen of the Browncoats, which is not much, they, like, apart from Mal and Zoe, we haven't really seen, like, and the dude that died. That sounds so weird. We haven't seen, like, who they are, we haven't seen their motivations, so it's cool to see someone change sides, just kind of realize, like, oh shit, we suck. Like,
Please hold for Lieutenant Colonel Thaddeus Stevens.
is that Jane?
Sweetheart, it's time to come home.
Thad.
You will address your
Wait.
superior.
It is! Oh my god! They managed to bring so many people onto this!
Sweetheart, it's time to come home.
Thad.
You will address your superior officer as Lieutenant Colonel.
I didn't realize it was his hex! Ah! The plot twist!
I'm disappointed in you, Michelle.
I go by Laura. Prepare for me to continue that trend. You gave your word to my crew that they're not in this. Keep your word, and I'll meet.
Oh, you think because you learned to speak like a Rimworld hick and dyed your hair that you can address me in any manner that you like? Your ship is landlocked, your crew is probably ready to sell you out at a moment's notice. You're outmaneuvered. What makes you think you can get off this rock without my permission?
8 years.
Excuse me?
I was doing things well enough without your permission for 8 years. I think I can manage. Let's get this over with and meet at
The Loon? I understand you're meeting a few friends there that I might want to introduce myself to.
They aren't in this either.
The minute you left, anyone that helped you is culpable. As far as I'm concerned, they're all guilty of aiding and abetting a traitor to the Alliance.
You've got it all figured out then, don't you?
You can't escape from me, the Alliance, or your...
I never did know when to shut up.
Are they tied? Or are they just sitting? No, they're just sitting.
Sums it up a bit.
That kind of explains why she was so worried they were gonna turn on her at the beginning. Because, like, she's not, or she was originally Alliance. So it kind of makes sense.
Happily do the smile and wave at a public appearance. His daughter's getting smacked around in the very next room. Not much else to tell.
Well, that doesn't leave me
So she was being abused as well in her relationship.
I still don't excuse you for not filling me in on that slight bit of detail.
Cam, after all this time, I'd honestly put it out of my head. I was closer to peace than I was to those memories. Until today.
It's just gonna take me some time.
That's a great story and all, but what gives me any reason to trust you?
Shut up! You're new.
You've hit me.
Had you have said it to me, I would have hit you harder.
So where does that leave us? Me.
Somewhere standing between a rock and growing a beard, kid.
And growing a beard.
We'll solve your problems, Laura.
What are you planning to do?
See if I can find a solution of my own.
Cam, seeing as how I don't plan to be coming back, redemption's yours. Treat her right.
No, Captain, we have your back like we always do. I mean, we can make up some intricate plan called something like Operation Swirl Shield. We can do a triple...
Operation Swirl Shield.
Thank you.
Sweet Jack, but this isn't your fight. This isn't any of your fight.
If you should, change your mind.
I don't think I will be, but it's appreciated. I don't want any of you a part of this. I was the one to start it. Be the one to end it.
There's no way he's just gonna let us go.
You're right. Gray's popped more than his fair share of landlocks. Once I step off and you get redemption free, you run. Full burn and gone.
So what about the whole Prahir sheds his blood with me today?
This is not that day. This isn't a time for flowery speeches or convincing me there's any other choice but the one I made.
So you mean to?
I mean to end it. Hammer me. It goes no farther than this rock tonight. I refuse to live a lie one more day. And I ain't about to take one of you down with me.
Well, that was a cool moment. Go, fighter that we haven't seen fight! Never mind! Alright. Balloon. Girl! Oh my god, that was awesome! Who is you?
Just go back to your dreams. Don't stand up, just lie down. There are no monsters eating flesh, just monsters wearing brown.
What's Alliance reserved?
Michelle, you look...
Save it.
Matthews, what's going on here? This Purple Belly's claiming that
Chris,
you're...
I'll handle this.
I stated, not claimed, point of fact. One of yours is really one of mine.
I was never yours.
Matthews, you have some explaining to do.
Yes, Michelle, please explain to our friends how an Alliance officer successfully infiltrated the independent ranks.
Thaddeus, you son of a bitch.
I'll not remind you again.
What did you expect? You went to the place where your friends are and you didn't expect him to try and say shit?
That's Lieutenant Colonel to you, dear.
Need time it up.
Wait! You must respect your husband. Husband, Matthews, explain yourself.
What am I? You're not single?
I've had just about enough.
Then let's get this over with.
That's the best idea I've heard all day.
Oh, fight scene. Sort of.
I think it's time we talked.
The fight scene ended. No, the fight scene continues.
You haven't changed.
It's kind of clear that they're not actually punching. You know? Ooh, that was cool. They're just like...
Let's see what you have.
Oh, that was better though. That was cool.
Leave me alone!
Here it's clear she's not actually punching him, you know?
Think I was just gonna let you go? Michelle? Laura? Whatever
I
the hell you call yourself, you belong to me!
I still think it's cool though.
A wife of mine's gonna be caught dead in the colors of the
No worries.
I'll take this.
go, boxer dude. Oh, that was cool though. That was.
You know I couldn't miss a good showdown.
I knew you were a prostitute and your father gave you to me.
Damn, that's not nice. Just 3 fights at the same time.
Another man? You do get around.
Choo, choo, choo. Asha, aha, aha.
I make you regret ever embarrassing me.
Laura! Captain!
Close.
So close. You give me so much. Traded the Alliance. Another ship to exploit. Promotion.
He just went.
And as for you, you realize that assaulting Alliance officers is punishable by death.
Oh.
A threat to one of mine is a threat to me. You hear that? That's the sound of change. I don't belong to you anymore. I never have.
All right, coming through. What's going on here? Everyone just calm the hell down.
This doesn't concern you.
My town, my concern. The
Abuse of Wenden is my ex.
Ex? You know, by the sound of it, that makes her Alliance.
I put my standing on the line that she isn't by involving you.
So, what's that make you?
Makes me someone choosing your own path.
The secretary.
I choose my family.
Nice.
Alright, look up. Oh, don't be such a in there.
At least he didn't get shot in the foot. I thought she had genuinely shot him for a second, but.
So we good?
I can honestly say, never met her.
It's for the eye.
How come you didn't get hit?
How you holding up, Captain?
Laura's fine.
I like Captain. It sounds all, I don't know, Captain-y.
It's your call. Be sore for a few, but complaining won't make it heal any faster. How about your,
Oh, it'll heal. I was out of line. Besides, I got a shiny new job flying a pretty ship.
So what's the word?
Looks like new
They
stuff
finally
up
get
past
along. I don't know why they didn't get along before.
New Year celebrations on Ezra as an Alliance troop violently attacked innocent independent sympathizers. Magistrate Amanda Brown of Ezra had this to say.
The despicable actions of the Alliance on our moon have caused me to take measures to ensure that Ezra remain a no-fly zone for the Alliance.
At this time, the Alliance have yet to... We take you live to Osiris, where Minister of Parliament Darius Turner is addressing the attacks on Ezra.
Minister Turner! Mr. Turner! What are you talking about?
Hi, Turner, dude!
Short statement to make. At this time, the full details of the events of Ezra are still coming in. It has been brought to our attention that one Lieutenant Colonel Thaddeus Stevens and several Alliance soldiers, acting without the consent and counsel of Parliament, have savagely attacked several of the residents at Ezra.
Minister, where does the Alliance stand with their trade route negotiations with Ezra?
Does the Alliance support attacks on women sympathetic to the Independents?
Minister Turner, can you give us more information on the standings of the Alliance outposts circling Ezra?
Mr. Turner, is this or is this not the beginning of another war?
Mister, one more question, please. Would you like to address the rumors of the wave of you with several young male companions?
No,
Mr.
sir.
Turner.
At this time, the Parliament has begun court-martialing proceedings against Lieutenant Colonel Thaddeus Stevens and the soldiers who acted with him. Let it be known that the Alliance
It's kind of
will not
funny
stand
that
for the
he
abuse of any
literally
citizen,
ordered him to do it.
whether under the protection of the Alliance or not. Thank you.
Mr. Turner, one more question.
This is Denise Klein with KNTR Osiris.
Wow. So, secret safe another day.
Looks like. Think it'll be kept?
The way I see it, yes.
Good to know. What made you get involved?
I'm a captain.
And you're dodging the question.
I don't know. Kind of just laid it all bare when you didn't have to. Chips were down and you did right by your crew. I want to be a part of that when it happens again.
So you're crew now?
Yep. You're stuck with me. You want to take her out?
No, old habits. She's yours.
Anywhere in mind, Captain?
Osiris.
Let me guess. Feldman?
He's got something I want.
Really large.
Payday!
Is this set a course for Osiris?
Make it so.
Make it so? Who talks like that? Captain.
So,
We've got another call.
again?
Who said this time?
Hello, Captain Matthews, you scoundrel.
I don't know, but I think this one's yours.
We've got a job for you. Let's hope you don't screw it up. Or else it's this. You heard the man.
It's the dudes from the movies! Oh, that's so... I love that. How's it over? Well, that was fun. It was cool. It was good. It was cool. It's clear that it's a fan film, of course, and that it was not professionally written. Like, the captain's... The captain's, like... beef with the fly girl. I didn't really get that. Like, she was just so... like, insulting her and stuff, and... like, she didn't say much. She didn't say anything that I feel like was undermining her authority. She was just, like, sassy. So I don't really understand what that was about. I think that it was a really good for a fan film. I think it took the vibe of Firefly. And I think that they did well for that. I liked the cameos. They managed to bring 4 people. That's awesome. Like, even that's really cool. I feel like they should be really proud of that. And they should really be really proud of what they made. It's good. Yeah, there's not much to say, because honestly, I didn't really get the story. Not that I didn't get the story, but like it was just a nice thing, you know. It was her getting over her ex-husband and like doing a job, and then finding out that like he's manipulating it and blah blah blah. So I thought it was good. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I couldn't see the characters, and because of the lighting and the like, I don't remember any of their names except one was the captain was. It was her with Laura, I think. But apart from that, I thought it was good. I thought it was good for a fan film, of course. So I thought it was just nice to record it. So, yeah. We have a bit of extras, which is amazing, I feel like. Where's my mouse? Browncoat Redemption rating 5 out of 10. Yeah, I can get behind that. So Captain Laura Matthews, Petra, that's what her name was, may have been the losing side, so I'm convinced it was the wrong one. That's true, though. Adam Baldwin and Michael Fairman. Yeah, that was really cool. I like the... All proceeds from this film went to 5 charities: Equality Now, Kids Need to Read, Dyslexia Foundation, Albolton Junior Heritage Center, the Marine Corps, Law Enforcement Foundation. The project officially ended on Labor Day weekend 2011, a year after the film's release. By the time it had raised over $105,000. Yeah, after cost to be distributed evenly amongst its 5 choice charities. That's really cool. Kevin Troy's character, Lux Luke, is named after the screen name of devoted browncoat Kara Peterson, who died of complications from diabetes shortly before the release of Serenity. During the Fisher's pub scene, the bartender mentions to Luke's his fight with Carrie Nice Guy Pearson some years prior. Oh, Michael C. Dougherty and Stephen Fisher first pitched the idea for the film to droves of Firefly fans at Dragon Con in 2008. So great was the fans' enthusiasm that Dougherty and Fisher immediately went ahead with the script, obtaining the blessings of Fox Network, Universal Studios, and Joss Whedon by pledging the film's proceeds to charity. Principal photography began in April of 2009. While the television series Firefly was airing on the Science Channel in certain areas, a commercial for Browncoat's Redemption aired during commercial breaks, making the first fan film to air commercials during the original material which was based on. Michael Fairman reprised his role of criminal leader Adeline Niska, and Adam Baldwin, Jane Cobb, lent his talents to the role of phone operator, though their roles were uncredited. Which I feel like kind of sucks since you managed to bring them into it. But oh well. I thought it was really cool. I'm glad that they managed to raise so much money. It's a really nice tribute to the film, and I liked it. This officially marks the end of my Firefly journey. I'm so sad to see you go. I'm so sad to see this go. I hope you'll stay with me for more series. Like I mentioned, I'm going to do Fringe. That's going to come next week on Friday. It's going to replace Firefly, basically. So I'm very excited for that. I don't know anything about it. So I'm very excited for it, and I'm excited to discover a new universe, and I'm sad that someone's going to be gone, especially with what it could have been and stuff. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I hope I'll see you later. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate all the comments, the likes, the subs, everything. Thank you to the Patreons. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.